Dan here. DD Speed Shop.
What?
Under the lift. Did you know that Pole Barn just got a lift there? Wildfire?
What?
I said Pole Barn Garage is a sellout, and he got this lift.
What?
He sold his soul for the internet, Danielle.
Oh, what?
Sorry, the DD Speed Shop muffs?
I couldn't hear you because of my DD Speed Shop earmuffs. Available at ddspeedshop.ca.
We're drinking President's Choice drinks, so it's money's pretty tight right now.
But Pole Barn Garage got one of these? I could read your lips.
Yeah, old Dalton there.
That's good. Ooh, did Poverty Tour start today?
I think it's next week sometime.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Busy guy, very important.
No, we got to get the insurance cards on all the cars. That's why I saved that. I don't know what's going on with that, actually. I didn't really follow it too much. All I saw was I was going through his video and he got a new lift, and I saw him with a backwards hat smoking a cigarette with like a 5 o'clock shadow. That guy is living the dream. So we got this 57 Chevy in the garage. Well, it's been in the garage for a while.
Yes.
I just started working on it today. We did the last video a week ago.
I feel like we should just be very honest in this moment. And we were so exhausted.
Usually we lie, you're right.
Yeah.
Paid actors.
But we were so exhausted after that whirlwind of a trip. We literally took like 5 days off.
Is that what happened?
Well, and it was my birthday.
Oh yeah, we got back, it was your birthday and stuff like that. Well, then we kind of worked for a bit. Actually, 79 Ford's outside. I worked on that a little. That was in and out a couple of times. We were screwing around with that. So then we had that going on. And then I was gone for a few days with work.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that really put a hole in things. And I've really been struggling to break the seal on this thing.
Well, the problem with this one is once you start, it's a very long time until you hit a stopping point that makes sense.
The problem with this car is, fortunately and unfortunately, the frame was rotted. If the frame wasn't rotted, I think this would have been a car I would have done very differently. Because it would be like, oh, you can do this, you can do that, you can kind of patch it all together. Mm-hmm. Like the floors aren't terrible, but I have a floor pan. The one rocker is kind of mudded up. The other one is junk. But like I could have done a lot there. And then like the front end, we could have just done it on the car. So it kind of worked out where it's going to kind of push me into making it kind of a little nicer than I would have liked. But such is life. But anyways, today, ripped the front clip off, took everything off underneath. So that's all taken care of. So that's coming up here shortly. Behind us is the frame. I think that was maybe done or getting done last time. I got that seamless frame from Lyle. Cleaned it all.
Did you move the clip up there by yourself?
Yes, I'm very strong.
Wow.
So we got all that taken care of, got everything off. So basically now it's ready to start.
Well, I'm only doing one camera so I can easily do this. Whoa, it's almost a car.
That's what we're gonna do. We're literally just gonna start putting bits on that frame until it's a 57 Chevrolet. So.
Oh, too close. I moved the camera. Okay. Nailed it.
Maybe I'll put the muffs on. These work great inside too. You just want a little break. But
hey, if it sells, it sells.
Yeah, they could be for wives too.
Yeah. All purpose.
Yeah, we could sell them so that when these guys are watching DD Speed Shop, the wife can just put them on and then go on TikTok.
Actually, yes, that's who it's really for.
Idea. Yeah. Behind us over there, I have a bunch of sheet metal. So I have rockers, I have trunk pan stuff hanging on the walls, the 57 Chevy Cores, which I really don't want to take down, but they look like little angel wings.
Are you going to have to do, we can't just bodywork it, we have to do the quarters?
This one we might be able to get away with. The other side needs one. Actually, this side's not too bad at all. Now that I look at it. Needs a little bit of love and some filler, but it's not terrible. The other side's rotted behind the door. The other side is rough. So.
We were talking about that actually earlier with the neighbor, about how different the quality of sitting in a field car you find here versus
Manitoba. Cars suck. They're rough. Alberta cars are more money, and they're further away to go get. But they are much more solid.
Which kind of makes them worth the money and the travel.
It's absolutely worth the money. And I run down this, it's like a razor fine line where, let's be honest, the junkier the car is, the more I suffer, the more videos we have, the more money we make. Versus I buy something that's just nice and we can just drive. There's no, I mean, it's no real videos to make of that, right? And I mean, we are trying to do stuff. This one I do want to make a little nicer, so I've spent some money on it. And I mean, I will say, I mean, even the cars are nicer here, but you're not going to find a 57 Chevy two-door hardtop for, you know, just nice sitting there. Like it's, you take it when you can.
Yes.
I mean, I've been looking for a 57 Chevy hardtop for a long time, and they're hard to find that aren't restored or, you know, whatever, fixed up. And then people have their own kind of little, you know, doohickey to them. And hey, I love Tri-5 Chevys, but when they're painted, they're always like red and white or whatever it is, and they have the wheels on them, and like they're just...
Well, they're already set up for someone just to get in and go.
But there's like a
of the
procedure.
traditionalist,
There's like a procedure to build a 57 Chevy. And I like when they're not rough, but, you know, drivable type thing.
When you say procedure, do you mean just like a typical end result, or like people kind of do them the exact same way all the time?
For the most part, yeah, like a 57 Chevy is like a 69 Camaro. Like, in my mind, it's a nice enough car that people restore them properly. Like, it's a car that deserves it, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? And now they're kind of so old that even if you find one that's, like, hasn't been taken apart yet and it's a nice shape, well, you're going to pay up because of that, too. Like, you don't see a lot of patina. I know it's a, you know, trigger word here, but, or whatever you want to call it, like driver quality Tri-5 Chevys, which everything is coming that way. I mean, everything is so nice now, but...
I feel like we should rephrase that, though, like, in Canada, you definitely don't, that are on the road driving. In the southern states, I feel like we've seen a lot of it, and maybe that's also just the people we hang out with.
Yeah,
though.
New Bern and Brandon. No, when you go there, like 50, like Tri-5 Chevy, well, most cars are nice.
Yes.
That's the way I see it. Like it was the lesser cars are kind of usually ratty. That's why I love it so much. Like 57 Chevy, hardtop Bel Air that's ratty is like perfect. It's just like the Nomad. It's like, why would you do that?
Well, it's still, I guess, it feels like it's just, you put it together yourself, and which the ones that are painted are as well. You probably put that together yourself, but it does feel more like a showroom car versus like the backyard garage car.
I do find out the paint on this one every single day.
I do. I said this earlier today too. I really think this one in like that matte gold you were talking about, it would be really cool.
Or
like,
you just paint it shiny gold. And it is what it is, and it just, you drive it, and it gets beat up, and you leave it outside, and it gets stone chipped, and such is life. Because the reality is, you paint shiny gold, if you don't like it, the bodywork turned out terrible, just scuff it and paint it with a matte clear, and it's now matte clear, flat gold.
Right.
So, I don't know, I gotta think about that. We'll see how the bodywork goes, but actually, the car is pretty nice. I was looking at the fenders, aren't too bad. And I mean, and this car, we were talking about today, we have so many cars. It's mental how many cars we have. But just so everyone knows, Chevelle's coming home, maybe. Next weekend, I'm going to fly back to Manitoba. I got a U-Haul truck and a trailer, so I'm going to load the rest of my stuff in the truck, load everything on the trailer. Danny's having some friends over, so...
My best friends are coming from Manitoba to spend the weekend with me, and I'm very excited. So there will be no filming.
So I was like, well, I might as well get a $99 flight to fly out to Manitoba. And then, I'll film a video of it. And I'll load the stuff up and come back. And then I'm going to bring the Chevelle, which would be kind of nice. So I'm trying to I got a week, not to get this thing done, but I'd like to get it further along. The Chevelle can sit outside. I'm not super concerned about it. But I would like to start going through that as well. So I do have to at some point, basically if I get the frame under this thing, then I can put the Chevelle in here kind of sideways and have lots of room for two cars at once, which is kind of cool. I'm actually excited to do that, kind of two big projects on the go. But what I'm getting to, it'd be nice if this was on the road next year, but I'm not in this huge big rush to get it taken care of because we have so many cars that I want to do different things to. Like I learned my lesson with the blue Nomad. Maybe it doesn't need a supercharger on it. I didn't drive it. It was too ridiculous. So I might want to dial that one back a little bit. The motor's good. It's rock solid, has lots of power, lots of torque. But I think what it probably needs is it's got that with a built Turbo 350, is like a dual plane intake and like a Holley carburetor. And then it has a 9-inch in it, which I'll just put like a 350 or a 325 gear, which I have both. And then it could be like on the highway, enjoy it, won't overheat, nice, easy. You know, maybe go take it to an exhaust shop, get the exhaust done proper.
Well, you struggle with knowing when to say enough is enough with stuff. Like...
Really?
But right, like in theory, that motor was such a great idea and would have been so much fun. But did that car need to be that?
No, but no. I know what I like.
Yeah.
And then I come around to it, and then ultimately I'll decide if I want to keep that car or not. We have too many. I think we talked about the last one or the one before. Like there's like 8 or 10 keeper cars. You just can't put enough miles on them to enjoy them. Like this, we brought the 79 Ford home, and I mean, it needed a day, and now it's basically running and driving.
Yes.
And it sat for a year.
Yeah, when really it did. It needed an afternoon. But we just didn't have the afternoon to do it at that time.
You always do. It's just, what do you want to spend your time on? Is it the 79 Ford, or is it the 55
Selling everything
Chevy,
we own to move.
Well, but that was a year ago. You got to let that go. But it's like the 64 Chevy too. Do we go through that and enjoy that and go on a road trip, or do you work on a 79 Ford?
Right.
Like, it's all these things. And that's where I'm kind of, I think that gasser for me, it pissed me off on the last drive, but that was because we should have just got a hotel and we didn't. But I'm ready to take it to the next level. And actually, I bought one. John went out super nice for me. So here's a problem now. I have friends all over Canada, or wherever, I guess, really. And if I see something like it's a deal, I'm like, oh, I need this. So I actually got a lightly used gear vendor unit. So I'll have another overdrive thing.
Well, so you called John and asked him if he'd go look at it. You guys are kind of talking about it, but whatever. He calls us. He goes, I know that gear vendor and I know that car because I sold the guy that gear vendor.
Yeah, so exactly. And so I picked that up, and I'll go get it when I'm in Manitoba. But now I'll have a spare gear vendor. It's for a Turbo 400, but I can get a adapter for Turbo 350. John actually has one. Shocker.
Perfect.
So I might try and...
Well, that'll really make that gasser far more enjoyable to drive.
If we want to do that, put overdrive in it, change the gears, so it'll be easier down low to drive. It won't be so, for you. Converter, gear vendor, and gears. And then that thing is like a legit hot rod. Then we gotta decide what we want to do with it. But it'd be fun all the way around. That thing's like a toy to drive. People love it. It's all those things. So that's a maybe. Or the gear vendor goes on something else. Let's be honest. It is what it is. I have it now. It was a couple $1,000s, and now it's there. He's got the motor. It was in the gray car, and they changed camshaft in it because it was cool, but it made all its power real high in the RPM range. So I actually, for my first time ever, he put it in a roller camshaft. So that's kind of cool. So it should lose nothing up top and bring a lot more down low. And I'm excited for that. I don't know if it's going to go in that gray car. I've had all sorts of thoughts about that. So, we could easily slam together and drive that thing. But I have the transmission with the vendor on it, and I have that motor that was in that car. Maybe it'll go in this. Maybe it'll go in the Chevelle. At the end of the day,
World's your oyster.
well, you can feel the winter blowing in. It was gorgeous this afternoon.
18 degrees earlier, and now we're in jackets and close your eyes.
It's just the rat poop from the 57 blowing in.
Great.
Wow, it really took a turn.
Holy moly, did that pick up?
But anyways, so everyone, and this is where all the leaves blowing off the trees there. Wow, it just turned to winter overnight. What was I saying there? Oh, maybe we should shut that door.
Yeah, I'll go do that.
Just the one. Is that pail in the way? Oh, my eyes. What happened, Danielle?
Jeez
Winter.
Louise.
So anyways, doesn't taste good. I found a newspaper there from 1972. That's what it tastes like.
Oh yeah, go pull out the newspaper.
It's covered in rat pee. I don't want to touch it.
Well, no, you can use to touch it. DD Speed Shop gloves, available at ddspeedshop.ca.
Anyway. So, and I get this in the comments all the time where I put something together and I take it apart. People are like, why are you taking it apart and this and that? And you know what? I used to kind of feel bad about it, but now I've come around to it and I'm I don't care. That 55 Chevy, I put it together. We drove it for that summer. We put a road trip on. I put 2 road trips on the thing. I enjoyed it. I decided I want a different camshaft in it. I pulled it out. And now if that motor and transmission goes in this car and I drive it for a year,
right,
then that's what I'll do. And the Monte Carlo, if I pull the motor out of that and put it in something else, then so be it. It's a
garbage bin.
But, I guess for some people, and this is if you have one car, I get it. You're building one car. And it's I feel like we fall in the middle of a bunch of categories because there's the will it drive stuff, which, hey, I love those videos just like the next guy. But a lot of times those things are banded together and they put a road trip on and they still need lots more work. It's a good starting point. And then there's the guys that have the fully restored stuff, which is mint, ready to go, turnkey. oh man, it's really going, something's happening out there. And then I feel like we fall in the middle, where I really like having a gone through car, gone through brakes, gone through motor and trans. Is it good out there?
Holy moly!
And when it's all gone through, you can enjoy it and drive it. So like when we hopped in that 64 gasser, turned the key and we put on 2,500 miles or whatever it was. And
Yeah.
I mean, it dropped an alternator bracket and the exhaust fell up. I mean, little
But
things.
also, those are things I feel like that just after that many miles.
Well, whatever it is. Whoever put it together was a bit of a hack, I guess. But it did it versus some of those, like, you know, you get some stock. Well, I mean, the Nomad was a perfect example. It had that 283 in it, which was fine, but it smoked bad. And I mean, the motor was just plumb wore out of it. So could have we drove it to Georgia? Maybe. But now it's like you're driving this car, it's, you know it's tired, you know it's unhappy, but you're going to put through all these, you know, on the highway for all this time, heat, all this stuff. If it lets go, let's go. Versus now, I know that motor's rock solid.
Yeah.
We can hop in it and go anywheres, and I feel 100% confident in it. But anyways, that brings me back to, we're in this middle. You missed it. I said there's like the guys like the running, like the will it run guys.
Yeah.
And then there's like the guys who have like completely done cars. And then we're in the middle where we kind of have will it run quantity of cars,
Yes.
but don't have the money to turn all those cars into these perfectly restored
Or
cars.
we could if we did one car.
Yes, we could. But it's also, let's be honest, a lot of stuff we have is Chevy stuff, big block, small block, a lot of similar cars, whatever. We could pull a motor and put it in a weekend.
Yes.
So for me, it's nothing if we're like, hey, we want, like, let's say we want to take your car somewhere, your 57. So it's got like that junk motor, junk transmission in it. You're like, hey, let's go wherever. Go for a 2-week road trip in that thing. Great, not how it is. But we could pull it home, motor trans, swap that out of something else we have.
Yeah.
That's, you know, whether it's the gasser, like the Nova, this little blower motor, whatever it is, you put it together, boom, rock solid, now you're going again. And it's very counterintuitive to some people because you're taking a good car
I think
apart.
to most people it's very counterintuitive, and it seems like a way bigger job than I guess it is in reality. Like, because we've pulled so many motors at this point though that, like, yes, we can do it in an afternoon and it's done and ready to go.
I think most people can. It just sucks to take your car apart, and I get
Yeah.
that. And for a lot of people, I mean, we're privileged in a lot of ways. We have so many cars. We don't have enough reliable, in my mind, reliable drivetrains. Now, we could definitely take your car everywhere, and we have done that. We've gone on some road trips. But some of these things now, if we're taking the time off work, we're paying the dog sitter, we're doing this, we're doing all these things, and you're going to trust it to, like the motors in your truck, was the motor was in the Monte Carlo. So who knows, miscellaneous $500 motor, it's probably fine. But are you going to risk your 2 weeks vacation you get for that year
I'm probably fine.
to go to Power Tour, to do this whole thing on a hopefully, and now you end up in the, you know, wherever you end up, and then we could fix it, we could change the motor, we could do any amount of things, and I totally get that. But sometimes it's nice just to have a vacation, you just drive the car and enjoy it and not have that worry.
Well, and I think we're also, I mean, we're not getting any younger. We are approaching an age where your time is far more precious to you and you want to be able to enjoy it as much as possible. And it's hard work to be changing parts on the side of the road. It can be done and we would do it.
I like doing that stuff with buddies. It's
Yeah.
funny to get stuff going when you got your buddies there. When you're by yourself and you're in some nowhere place and you got to like deal with this, and it's like, that's lame. It's not very much fun. And then, I mean, you have the motor, the transmission there, you're going to bring it back, or what are you going to do? Like, anything can be done. I totally understand that. But I kind of like having that we're going to have maybe 4 or 5 like reliable drive lines
Yeah.
that we can put anywhere we want. I mean, realistically, I mean, like, I look back, so I'm really fighting out. I think I'm going to spend some money on that 55 two-door conversion. And one of my favorite cars to drive was my black Nomad.
Yes.
And that's where I'm going to put the blower back on. I'm going to put it back to how it was. But I gave that up this year to drive, because I thought I was going to drive the blue one, and that just, the way it worked out, it didn't happen. And I'm like, okay, I took apart a good car I shouldn't have. But then I was like, well, I took apart a good car I shouldn't have, but I also could have, instead of just taking the blower out, what I should have done is taken the motor and transmission out and stored it as a shell. And then that motor and transmission could have fit in almost anything else, and it would have had a very similar driving experience, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I could have put that exactly in that blue
55.
55, And I could have drove that all summer. So I mean, it was fine with the 305 and the Turbo 350. And it was like bone stock junk. And we took it to, the
That
coast.
thing, I have to say, I was so impressed with that car and how comfortable that drive was, how
it was
well
fine.
it did in the mountains. Like, for being a car that had 0 miles on it with that motor, like,
That's what I mean, though. We kind of, I think we like rolled the dice. Because that was like a $300 Facebook motor transmission.
Yeah.
And it's a 305. It's no power. The car looks cool, but it's very lame. And it's just like, you know what? And people kept saying, let's go for a motor, so 305. You say blown small block just sounds cool. So I'm like, okay.
I kind of enjoy telling people, oh, it's just stock 305, because I feel like that really speaks to, like, you can just get in your car and drive it.
And you know what? I've had all sorts, even with this. Does this thing need the 650 horsepower big block
No.
Chevy with the gear vendor turbo 400?
No.
Or does it just need the 305 in it to drive around, see what we like and don't like?
Well, and I mean, if we're comparing from the conversion 55 to the Nomad 55, which one got more miles because it just worked,
Yes,
right?
100%. No, you're totally right, and that's just it. And that's where I'm coming to. You got to figure out. Oh no, but it's almost like the way cars are I'm building cars now is they come in like a few different steps and stages, like that. So we had the 4-door, the 4-door 55 before I converted it. Drove it for a winter, had it running and driving. All the brakes were good, and everything like that. I just didn't like how it looked with 4 doors. Tried to sell it, nobody wanted it. Okay, slapped the 2 doors on it. I drove the wheels off that thing.
It was crazy to see how just doing that small change
what I wanted.
made such a big difference to you. So, like, I feel like that in itself is such a, if it's not exactly what you want and you don't have the skills to make it exactly what you want, do not buy it, because you will not enjoy it.
You're talking to me or the internet?
Whoever is listening.
Man, exactly. So that car was originally put together as a 4-door. I mean, let's be honest. I bought that car because we had just moved here. We had no money. I needed something to work on for YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So it was $3,000. Bought it. Got it running with a $300 motor. Like El Cheapo, whatever. Drove it for the winter. Didn't like it. To a 2-door. Drove the wheels off it this summer. Okay. Well, now I want to put like a different motor, transmission, rear end, whatever it is, and make it sporty to recreate what I have in the black car.
Yeah.
I'll have that out here. So there you go. It's like gonna be 3 stages. And I mean, like, it's kind of lucky, like when we did your truck, 56, we've kind of come to the conclusion it's not really for us.
It's a super fun truck and I enjoy driving it. There's like other stuff I think I want to have.
I don't fit in it. I don't find it comfortable to drive. And we run into a situation all the time where I'm quite a bit taller than Danielle. So it's tough for us to share a car sometimes. One of us is always either not reaching the pedals or really crunched up. We actually sat in a guy's truck at Speedway there.
Yes, he was lovely and it was so nice.
So he had a
I really
different
liked
seat
his
in it.
setup.
He had a tilt column. He had a bunch of stuff that would have made it a lot more nice to drive. I don't know. That truck was kind of cool. I'm glad we built it. But
Well, and you know what? That's a funny one too, because we always wanted a Tri-5 truck, and now we know like that itch has kind of been scratched, and we're like, we could take it or leave it.
it's fun. It's a good truck.
Yeah.
But again, we're on the list now where you want your 57 Chevy back.
Yep.
You want to put miles on that. You drive that 64 gasser.
Yep.
I've been driving that. And those, let's be honest, when we go places, usually I drive. So you already have 2 hot rods to take around wherever you want, do whatever you want with. Like, how many do you need? So now you're adding on this truck. Mm-hmm. And then you actually, the 79 Ford, you like that. You've got a lot of cars there, babe. And I mean, I fit the 79 a lot better. So I don't know what we're going to do with that thing. I mean, it's the wrong time to sell right now. We probably should think about that in the spring or whatever. But again, that's a good one. Because at the time I was like, oh, I wanted this truck. It was so cool. And we spent some money on it. We put disc brakes on it. We did that 4-link rear end in it. But then I just reused the diff I had. Mm-hmm. And then I bought some body panels. We fixed all that up. And then I wired it just with like a universal wiring harness, I believe. And the motor and transmission was free because it was out of the Monte Carlo. The headers on it were just ones that John Cecil gave me. I made the exhaust, some cheap mufflers, and then we put some wheels and tires on it.
Yeah.
So it was really done economically. The only thing that was a big dollar thing was the 4-link, which was $1,500. But I think by the time we put new leaf springs, because they're all cracked and broken, we would have been at least half of that.
Yeah.
So that was the only kind of big spend on it. But it runs, drives fine, and all that sort of stuff. And I mean,
The nice thing about that hot rod for whoever ends up wanting to buy it is it's just ready to go. Like that is a working project. And I think that when you're choosing cars to build or like to buy off marketplace, I find that now you're looking at it like, oh, I like this. I don't think I'd want it for me, but I'd build it to a point where somebody can have like a working project that they can enjoy while they're fixing it up to how they want it to be.
Well, I really like doing that, just like I did the Nova, like the 69,
Yeah.
or whatever, the brown one. Like there's a lot of cars out there that I don't necessarily need to own. You want to pause this, or are we doing good still?
I was just shifting
Okay.
my leg.
Well, the GoPro gets hot.
I know,
Mind you,
we're-
with all the cold that's outside, it might be fine.
Yeah, we'll see.
just
It's
time it.
lasted longer than usually.
I want to jam through this because I want to go for dinner. I'm starving.
Tell the people what you want.
Kind of want Nando's now. There's also some pizza I really like. We also have the back of the Raptor is dead full of 57 Chevy garbage we have to go take to the dump. What was I talking about before that? Oh, fixing up the cars. I guess you should always know I'm talking about fixing up cars. But my favorite thing, or one of, is taking these kind of junk, forgotten projects and bringing them up to a level where they can be enjoyed again and passing on to the next guy. I enjoy doing that, and now we're putting everything on YouTube, so whether you agree with it or you don't, I never have any, like, I sell a car, I don't feel bad about
Yeah.
like, this is exactly what it is. I priced them fairly. The work is shown in detail. You can look at it all you want. I typically don't paint them, prime them, whatever it is, especially if I know I'm gonna sell them. So you know exactly what it is. And I have all the videos, so there you go, fill your boots. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
I don't think you're buying a more honest car than if you're buying one from us.
I think
to
so.
be very honest.
You might not enjoy what was done,
Yeah.
but you know.
And you might not have liked how it was done,
Yeah, that's totally
but you
fine.
know exactly how it was done and
That's a
where the
totally,
filler is and like.
That's a totally different, topic of the whole thing. If we do something wrong, we show it. We
Yeah.
always do, right? And it's usually just for fun. But on the flip side, people are like, oh, it's done wrong. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's done wrong, but that is then reflected in the sale price. It's not like we just mudded up the quarter panel and then made like, oh, it's put a shiny paint job on it and try and sell it for big bucks. It's like maybe we did that so it could be on the road again.
and that helps it just be affordable for people.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
I mean, you buy a fixer-up house because you know this was done wrong and this was done wrong, but that's in your budget and it works.
Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, I get it when people watch and like, well, that's not the exact proper way to get it done. So be it, according to you maybe, but I think it's, if it's together and running and driving, it's a car. I don't know. I think it's further ahead than it was. So anyways, I think that's where we're kind of going to go. I think there's some cars that we want to build. We have a three-prong approach here, Dee
Oh, a
Speed Shop.
three-prong approach?
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I mean, we have the cars that we're just going to buy, and like that Nova, no interest in keeping it. I never did from the day I bought it. I knew I was going to sell it.
Yes.
And I'll continue to do it because I'm broken in the head and I like working on cars. Like I just love it. So there's that. We'll kind of maybe sell a car or two a year. Then there's the cars we're going to build like this, which I think instead of just jamming them all together and then having them done and driving them, because I did that with the 55, I've done that with a few cars. You're like, okay, it's all done. My Nova was a perfect example of that. Mm-hmm. I put it together, I thought I liked it. And then now it's all together, done, painted, every fastener is perfect. And I go, I don't like these 7 things. And that was enough not to drive it. So then I was like, it sat for years. And then I put that cool small block in it with the 4-speed. I changed the rear end that I got from John and put the roll cage out, made the seat so it fit better. All these things up until it didn't want to start the other day. And I love that. I put so many miles on it and I beat on it. And it's like, that's now like forever car. I'm going to keep it and I love it. But it took me like kind of 2 times to build it. And I think that's how maybe like this and the Chevelle should be. Don't just be like, I want a 57 Chevy and I want it to have rack and pinion steering and I want it to have this and I want it to have this motor.
You can't be married to what you think you want.
Yeah.
You need to be a little bit flexible because you might discover that you hate the way it rides or you hate how those wheels look even though you thought that's exactly what you wanted. You need to be adaptable.
Well, or you lower it and you're like, oh, now it grinds and everything. The exhaust hits and like all this stuff. You're like,
well, like the Monte Carlo, right? Like it kind of became a hassle. You're like, I'm going to lower it. I want to put this on it and this on it. And you did all these things. And same with the Nomad. You did all these things because you wanted to do this, that, and the other. and then you realize you made it undrivable and uncomfortable, and so then
But it looks
it
cool.
looks super cool in the driveway, not being driven.
It is
But
there. No.
you have to then you're changing your build completely because you're almost like sacrificing different things to make these other things work.
Well, there's the teething process, and you have to kind of do that. And sometimes the car has to go away, and you come back, and you're more excited about it.
Do you
right?
think you would have built like that when you were like? Do you think you would have always gotten to that sort of maturity of realizing that when it comes to building cars when you were like younger, or do you think if you weren't going through as many cars as you are now, or like filming stuff, you wouldn't build it the
For
same?
sure, it's just you do it so many times, you start to know what you like and don't like. But then, I mean, when I built that Nova the first time around, I took a full year to do it. It was the only car I worked on, and it was every spare dollar I had going into it. So then, when it was done and I didn't like it, you're like, well, I can't afford to change it. And it's like you got to force yourself to like it a little bit.
Right.
Which was kind of lame. Versus, I mean, it did take me 10 years to redo it. So it's not like I just next year's like, screw it, pull it out.
Time is kind of funny like that, hey? Like you forget how long it's been.
That car took 10 years until I was like, it's perfect. I fit in it perfect. Like everything works on it. It has heat. Like the wipers work. It's got lots of power for what it is, but it's not so much that it's excessive. Everything just works together in it.
So if we, just to sidetrack a little bit here, so if we did what everybody wants us to do and make a car finished and perfect, it'll take 10 years for one car.
No. The problem is, I think what people want, and I don't know this, but I would assume is when cars are built on TV, they're done.
Yes.
And they're painted, the interior looks nice, and all these things, and like it's movie magic. You can make something look a lot nicer than it really is. And then it goes down the road and whatever it is and whatever. But that was Lucky's full-time job. Lucky
Yes.
Costa is fixing the what were they? They build them in a week, overhauling cars
Yeah.
because they had to be done for the reveal and do the flyby. But then it's like, oh, well, the suspension rubs and the tires do this and the exhaust was whatever. And
Well, if you know anyone that's ever lent their car to a movie studio or has done any of that, they'll tell you that like the cars, all that need to work on them is that it can go forward for 5 feet and the lights turn on if it needs to.
So that's what they were kind of doing, and that's where you have to fix these cars after. And I think that's the problem with the internet or whatever stuff in general is they want to see it done so that the people or whatever it is get the payoff, which is cool. But we have done that where it's like, okay, let's take it, because it was like you do this and you do this and you do this, and then you have to start it, and okay, now it goes down the road. And we were in this cycle of that for cars, and then okay, the second it goes down the road, we drive it twice. Next car was coming in the garage, especially when we were with no space. That's what we did. Because now I couldn't tinker with the car in the garage and get it all finished up because we had to bring the next project in to keep the videos going. And then those cars were done, and not painted, don't get me wrong, I get it, but done. But then they still need all this time, which at the time we didn't have the tow truck, we didn't have the Bobcat, we didn't have the extra garage.
And we didn't have the extra money.
The money was a big one. And you're like, okay, I got to go through this thing. So you got to get into the next car. And now we're at a point where I think I love it. I get some people think we bounce around a lot, because we do. But it's also, this is like being in my brain, where today I want to work on this and tomorrow I don't. But
Well, yesterday when we talked about what we were going to do in the garage today, it wasn't what happened today. We were going to work on the truck.
yeah, but I just had to get started on this. It was a big mess, and I created a heck of a mess today, which I just swept up. Look at all these leaves.
Yeah, all these leaves.
Man, it is October.
It is crazy, this windstorm that suddenly occurred.
But anyways, now the seal has been broken, and now I'm like, not motivated, but I'm like, okay, I know what I got to work next, and it's like boom, boom, boom. I can carry on. But this car, I mean, it's not like when the videos come out, it's just going to be there's nonstop 57 Chevy stuff until we're road tripping it.
Yes.
It'll come, it'll go, it'll be pushed out back, it'll have a motor, it'll have a different motor, it'll, like, you know what I mean? Now, with Tri-5 Chevys, I do kind of know what I like. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where I really like the black and white 57 car that we sold. The LS was
That's
meh.
the one that got away.
That's one that got away a little bit. And I missed that car. I put a lot of miles on that car. I knew what I liked and didn't like about it. I'm going to do a lot of similar things. I don't think I'm going to do the LS on it because that wasn't really my jam. But I want this to kind of take the best parts of that. So I know what I'm getting into with this one, and I don't mind spending money on this one because it will be a cool car. And that was a 4-door to 2-door conversion. Like, it was not very valuable car. This is it's a 57 Chevy 2-door hardtop. Like, I don't care who you are, if it's running and driving.
Anything you do to it at this point to improve it already just adds to its value.
If it's a rust, like new floor pans, rockers, you do the brakes, running and driving, just a decent ratty car, it's worth 25 grand in my mind. And I think then it just goes up from there. You spend more money on it, you paint it, you make it, 57 Chevys can be any amount of money if you want. And this is a nice car to start with. So I do want to kind of do that. Why did we get on that? I don't know. But anyway, so that's kind of where this one's going to go. But I don't think this is now for me where it's like a rush. Because I enjoy driving that 55. I enjoy driving the Monte Carlo.
Well, and now we have enough cars. So one of the things that we had really run into was we were building a car to go places because we didn't have enough cars to go places. So we were building, like the Black Widow car, we built for Power Tour. Right? Like the Black Nomad, we built for Power Tour. This Chevy 2, we built for cruising the coast. And all of those builds happened with a deadline. Whereas now we don't have to build that way because we have enough cars that are running, driving, and trusted and true that we don't have to like...
Well, but we also have highway cars, we have around the city cars.
Yeah, like we have a variety.
We don't really have any racy cars, but we could definitely build a racy car now.
Yeah.
And get back to that kind. Well, I guess the Nova's kind of that. It's not super racy, but it's not a highway car with those gears.
No.
And it's a lot of fun in town. And that's where we can kind of do those things and then rebuild them. Like your Chevy 2, we can make it so it can be racy and overdrive. Yeah. Like the black car was like that. Once the blower went on there, like it would ignite the tires, but still cruise on the highway.
I feel like the way that you're building cars now, or at least that you have been in the last year, is remember how every time you came back from Power Tour or a trip or whatever, you'd be like, okay, now it's the summer of Dan because it's time for you to build how you wanted to build. I feel like we are now in the season of Dan where you have worked so hard to make it so you can build cars the way that you want to build them without deadline, without pressure, without trying to like compete or keep up necessarily.
Well, it's been a crazy 5 years from starting in that little garage that we have now.
Yeah.
Where we can literally have 2 projects going at once and stay motivated. And like the kind of dream, so like behind you guys, I want to have the Chevelle or the 57, they can switch. We have the tow truck to move it around. Never had that before. And then behind, it's like a drive-in bay, and that's more of like the kind of more done cars we want to do, like wiring or whatever it is, doesn't require a lift.
The upkeep. We
have spot. So we can work on 3 cars at once comfortably in one spot. Like it's really sweet, and it kind of keeps it, I'm excited to do that this year a little bit. I'm angry about the leaves.
I'm freezing.
How many minutes are we at?
We're good.
We got to give them 7 more.
7. Well, the GoPro even lasts 7 more. It won't. The battery's about to die. I can see it. It's yellow.
Let's just go until it stops, and that's how you know the podcast is over. That's all they get.
Well, if that's all you get, thanks for watching. We're not done yet, though. We're apparently going to keep talking. But when it dies, that is the end of the podcast.
So, well, whatever. Or 7 more minutes. But,
well, here, why don't I just quickly change this battery then?
No, we're going to run her out. It's not red yet. You're fine.
Okay. It's at 38%.
I ordered... That's 7 minutes. I know GoPros. So, I'm excited to go home, get that Chevelle, bring that back. I just made my biggest parts order ever from Speedway. In general, but how
You know what's so funny about it? I had like a nightmare about that order last night.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Literally caused me to have a nightmare.
I ordered stuff for 3 different cars, and I was just like, you know what? Buy it now. I have it all. Deal with the shipping once. Deal
You're not waiting.
UPS once, and I'm not gonna. Yeah, not gonna be waiting. So we have all the stuff for the frame for this thing. I have Chevelle parts. There's some Model A stuff. Just everything. Actually, I got some stuff for the blue 55. There's stuff everywhere. But that Chevelle.
Hopefully I'm home when it gets delivered, because then I can just ask the guy to put it in the garage for me.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
Because usually he comes, and when he has big orders, I help him unload the truck and like bring it in.
I keep it somewhat clean here until that stuff all comes up. And actually, we probably got to put it in the back shed, some of it. But man, this place is coming apart. But yes, the Chevelle. I was going through it when we were last in Winnipeg a couple weeks ago. There's so many parts in that thing. Like, it's just jammered. So that would be cool to put that car together. Like, it's just like this model kit that's just sitting there, and it needs like, if I put like 2 weeks in that thing.
Once you start getting it going, I think it'll come together so quickly.
Yeah.
Because you have everything it needs. You did a lot of the ugly work already.
It has full floors front to back in it. I forgot I even did that. I was dreading it. I'm like, I don't
But
want
that's
to do
what I mean.
floors.
Like, you've done, because the plan for that was to make it movable and easy to move when we were doing it. You just ran out of time.
You know, and this is, I've been thinking lots about, so I want to put a different motor in the two-door conversion. And that 305 Turbo 350 just runs like a top. And one of the cars I regret selling the most was that 70 Chevelle, that green one.
That green one.
Which was ugly, all over ugly. It had a 307 Turbo 350.
It was easy
10
riding.
volt, just drove. It was fun. Didn't really care about it. It was just you could hop in and go. And I kind of think that's almost what I want to do with that thing. Is maybe just put that bone stock motor in it, redo the suspension, go through the brakes, do whatever. Make it look so it runs and drives. Paint it flat black or whatever it is. Just enjoy it. And then I can always come back and be like, look, it's going to have new quarters, new doors, new rockers, new fenders, new hood, new deck lid, full floors front to back.
New.
You rebuild the suspension is good. It's going to have a new fuel tank in it, new fuel system. That's all good. The interior was kind of mediocre. It had some bits, but new carpet, new whatever. And then you know what? You'll have a car. I think I got about $8,000 in that car with all the parts. And I mean, we have to do the front end on it. I think I can have that thing running and driving down the road with existing motor I have for like 10 grand, which is no small money, but it's a 70 Chevelle, it's rust free. And then if you want to go crazy and be like, okay, I want it to be a big block and a 4-speed and I want to put a 12 bolt or whatever.
Do it later.
You can, but do you like the car, how it runs and drives? And it's like, okay, you know what? I want more power. Or is it just, how many big block, stupid cars do you need just burning fuel? Like, even I feel like we have a lot of stuff that burns fuel. So maybe that'll just be something like that. I look at this one where we could pull the motor and transmission out of this and put it in that gray car tomorrow. If you want the Gasser 55 with 700 horsepower, that's what we're gonna have. If you want the Cruiser, tubular control arm, 4-link, whatever, low.
Easy riding.
We'll take this. And it's a matter of a weekend. I literally think the rad, everything, the whole mess goes in there.
Yeah.
Because the odds of me needing both of those at the same time,
Very slim.
very slim. Very, very slim.
You know what though? Just because we said it, there's going to be some weird reason why it's going to have to happen.
Whatever, if it does, it does. And I get that not everyone's going to understand that. And I mean, I get that our problems of which Tri-5 Chevy do you want to put your aluminum headed big block in is just like, okay, must be nice. And I get it. But it's been hours and hours and hours to get to this level.
And years to get to this level.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm kind of over that 55 Chevy. Not over it, I love it, but it's just like, been there, done that. I've had my time with it. I built it. I enjoyed it. And now it's like, I don't need to drive it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 years from now I will, but this is on the list, and the Chevelle's on the list, and the whatever. So, it's also funny because I'm building that two-door conversion instead of just doing the gray car. I don't understand why my brain does that, but that's what it does. Anyways.
That's where you get your kicks.
Oh, we had the time?
Yes.
Time.
And I can't believe the GoPro lasted.
Buy some gloves from Danielle. She's all over me about it all the time. She's always trying to get me to huckster these gloves or whatever it is. We do appreciate it, we sure do. And muffs, t-shirts, all those sort of things. At this point now, the money will probably go into this. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it'll go to paying off the credit card.
You
from
have
the
30
Speedway
days. 30 days to pay the credit card off.
You're getting a pallet.
30, yeah, it's going on a pallet. Yeah, and I'm pretty excited about that. The shipping kept going up until you hit a pallet flat rate. I'm like, well, at that point, if the shipping is a flat rate, I might as well make sure the pallet's full. So I went until the pallet was full with parts.
The logic is sound.
That's car guy math right there. As far as I'm concerned, those other parts were free because if I added $300 or $400 for the stuff to that pallet, it was $1,000. But I added that to it. But if I would have bought the $1,000 after, it would have cost me a few $100s to ship it.
You are right.
I saved money by spending more.
It's not what you spend.
That's Danonomics.
It's what you say.
Okay, I'm ready to go to the dump and then out for dinner.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks
listening.
for watching. See you in the next one. They better be watching.
Bye.